Vicky Lemons here, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I am so glad to have you here. In this video, we are going to talk about divorce and perimenopause. Ciao. Ciao. Let's just get into it. I got notes because I don't want to leave you astray on anything, okay? Just to give a brief overview, perimenopause typically happens for women between the ages of 30 and 50. And the correlation is that women that get divorced typically get divorced in their late 30s and early 50s. I found this to be so entertaining and also enlightening because myself, I'm going through perimenopause. I'm 45 years old. And I have been in this weird space with my spouse, with my husband of almost 26 years. April 15th will be 26 years. Love the man to death. He's my best friend. He's blah, 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 blah. He's all the good things, right? But why do I find myself feeling that I could just be without him and be okay? Like, but not be okay. Like, I want him. But there's certain things that I allowed in the beginnings of our marriage that now, as this woman of this age, I don't find it to be entertaining or enlightening. I want it to be different, if that makes sense. So that led me to do some research. What is it? Is there a correlation between being in this feeling, these emotions, being so, whatever this is with this perimenopause, and then wanting to leave my husband, wanting to divorce, wanting to just move away or run away, or what is it? Well, in this video, we are going to discover the physiological, the mental, emotional, rational changes during menopause and perimenopause. These things influence the divorce rate. Number one, at the end of the day, we have hormonal changes. I have been with my husband since I was 15 years old. I'll insert a picture here. And we were kind of like off and on for the most part. Got married at 19. Been together since then with no other off and ons since then, since marriage. 19 years old. This was in 1999 that we got married. I was 19, right? So I've been 25, I've been 35, I've been 40, now I'm 45. As a 45-year-old woman, I do not see and need what I saw and need in that 21-year-old man that I married. Young man, right? Because now I have a 19-year-old son, almost 19. And I'm like, there's no way he would be ready for marriage. That's a whole nother video. But here we are, 26 years later, married. This is the first time that I felt more disconnected than ever. Probably, maybe only in the very, 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 very beginnings, like when we were teenagers. And that's because I believe my hormones and my tolerance for certain behavior and my resentment for lack of standing up for, or the things that I feel that I needed and need in the relationship now have become less. I want to tolerate it less. I don't have the tolerance anymore to work on the things that I've been pouring into for 25 plus years. I don't have that anymore. Now I'm in a space where I need it to be reciprocated. Regardless, the hormonal experiences, hot flashes, mood swings, low libido, just the emotion of not wanting to be or do, that me feeling like just hopelessly depression, All these feelings that go through our bodies and our minds that they don't understand is frustrating. So you, as the partner to this person, your spouse, your wife, who is going through these things, you need to understand that she is not who she is known herself to be for herself. And so she's expected to show up for you the way she has for many years, but she doesn't feel that way anymore. She doesn't feel that same feeling of wanting to be, of who she used to be, of how she loved herself, of how she doesn't feel any way like that right now. And she is expected to still show up for you in the way that you need her to. And that's not going to happen. And her be happy. And you be happy. You're going to be uncomfortable because you're not used to her expressing herself this way. You're not used to her like being the person she is being. She's not used to it. That's the thing that has to be understood. She's not used to it. She's learning this person. She kind of is on the fence with this person because this person is saying, hey, these things are things that I've dealt with for so long, but I just kind of pushed it down. I don't want to be mean and rude, but I want to be heard. But I'm not being heard unless I'm being mean and rude. So then you have to step in and say, I hear you. I hear you. Is there anything you want to talk about? How's your emotional health right now? Without you responding in a way that makes her feel that she should not have come to you and spoken to you about what she's feeling. You're there to listen. You're not there to problem solve it. There is no solving. There's just listening and understanding. You got to remember, this woman's body is changing daily. Her view of her vision that she saw of herself is changing daily, right? We might get a wrinkle. We might get another gray chin hair. We might put on 5 pounds. We might put on something that we thought we would look great in, but we look eh. And so these things are changing daily. She may not be expressing every single thing that she's going through, because she would probably spend her whole day complaining, which we know is not something you guys want to hear. However, she's feeling it. So while you're thinking, oh, it's quiet today, she hasn't said, she's still feeling it. It doesn't mean she isn't thinking it. It doesn't mean she isn't feeling it. It just means she feels that it's beating a dead horse. Why do I keep saying this to him when he is not really listening to understand? He's just listening to either respond or to avoid and walk away and ignore. And by the way, if you do that, stop. Go to therapy and figure out ways, or read a book on how to not avoid conversations when your spouse is having a conversation with you. It's avoidant, dismissive behavior. And that, if your partner struggles with abandonment issues, that will make them feel abandoned. Because instead of you showing up to the conversation, you leave the conversation, which makes them feel that you are not there for them, and it triggers their abandonment issues. And you might as well just go ahead and walk out the damn door in their eyes. But I digress. Intimacy. Perimenopause and divorce rates and intimacy. She don't want it. She don't want it because it's the same. Throw a little spontaneity in there. I don't know. Maybe the car. I don't know. Maybe a restroom. I don't know. Something. Figure out with your spouse what they need. We are unleashing a new, it's almost like shedding a cocoon. A cocoon. Think about it like that. A caterpillar doesn't know it's going to turn into a butterfly. I mean, in my mind, until it turns into the butterfly. But imagine the space in between that. They go from this slow, furry, ugly little thing to then it starts to shed, and then they become a butterfly, and they fly, but you don't get to the fly until you shed the ugly, furry thing. Well, when we're in perimenopause, we're in the ugly, furry thing. getting to the butterfly phase. And as we grow into the butterfly phase, we want to feel the feelings that make us feel. Think about it like this. This came to my mind. Revelation. If you know your spouse during her ugly, furry caterpillar phase, imagine pouring all the goodness into her. Imagine if her wings, when she became a butterfly, only became colorful because of how you poured into her when she was the ugly, furry caterpillar. You know how many black and white butterflies we would have? And I'm not lecturing you, men. I'm telling you, like, you can save your marriage. You can literally save your marriage by pouring in the things she needs, not the things you want, the things she needs for her to become the beautiful butterfly that will then fly beautifully around you, give you all that goodness. Don't count her out when she's the furry caterpillar because it don't seem right to you right now, because it don't feel good to you right now. She's going through something. She's allowed to go through something. At the end of the day, if you've watched this video till its completion, then maybe you are on the right path to regaining your spouse's full attention, to wanting to continue to be in the relationship with you that they are in. No woman wants to leave a 30-year marriage, a 25-year marriage, a 40-year marriage. If a woman can be with someone, just someone, if a person can be with someone for 35 years of their life, for 45 years of their life, you think they want to give that up? Forget male, female, it could just be your friend. You could just live with your friend for 40 years. You think someone wants to give that up because they have to? Or because they want to? You think somebody wants to give that up because they just want to give it up? 40 years of friendship? They feel that there is no room for growth in that relationship. Your partner feels that there is no room for growth in your relationship. And you have the ability to change that. You have the ability to make that different. And you may say, well, what are they doing? They're living. They're trying every day to just live. They're trying every day to not just live, but to live with you. To live with your thoughts and your actions and your life in their mindset. They're considering you as a part of their world. While their world is falling and crumbling in their head, in their mind, in their heart, in their soul, they're still considering you as being someone that they want to have in their world, while all that is happening in their mind. As always, I thank you for watching. I hope you have gained something from this message. Perimenopause and divorce rates are on the rise because many women feel unheard, unseen, taken advantage of, neglected, abandoned, and they feel like their partner doesn't understand them. They're depressed and they're sad, and all they want is to be heard, to be loved, and to be understood. And that's just something to think about. God bless.